Greetings, fam. Welcome back to my channel. Um, I hope we all doing good on this mellow Monday because that's how I'm feeling. Just mellowed out. I hope you have a great week. I'm sorry I haven't asked you that before. I hope your weekend went great. I hope everyone is still healthy, um, mind, body, and spirit. And yeah, and optimistic about a good week. And make it one on purpose. You know, you in control, we know God in control, but whatever's in your power, try to make it the best week you can. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty good so far. This still maybe just a little bit tired and get my little energy back. But yeah, it was all worth it. I'm tired for good reasons. So anyway, I know I said I was only gonna do recaps on the last 8 hours of skits with some of them, not all of them. But I gotta get into this one that happened 16 hours ago, and that was when Dalen caught Shayla with Sonny's cousin Chad at the restaurant. Now we know before that, um, I'm trying to see if we got into. We know Shayla got a new artist, um, and Wayne basically, told Amber she gonna have to deal with it, because that's how it's gonna be. So, of course, Amber was upset with that, with good reason. But Wayne is about his coin, so he could care less. We know how that was gonna go. And so she was okay. She went and told Anthony about it. And the answer is always is quit because he wants that control of Amber. He ain't sit up there and say, "Oh, well, Shayla, she need to quit. Why he did that?" He didn't really get on that as hard and quick as he was telling her to quit. He don't know why Wayne gonna do that. You know why? Because Wayne is about business. You done talked to him several times about your wife and business and being at the studio late and all this kind of stuff. Wayne is about the coins. He's a businessman. You've been working with him for enough years to know this. But Amber's like, no, she's going to keep doing what she got to do. But she was upset, and then you see the level of pain that she felt because of course, this is why you shouldn't have got back with him because now every little thing he does, she looks back onto, I wouldn't be going through this now if you hadn't dealt with Shayla. And she threw that up in his face. It had nothing to do with the subject, but had everything to do with how she feels because every time she feels some level of betrayal or upset about anything that's related to Shayla is going to come back to his infidelity and indiscretions. And with good reason. But this is what happens when you really don't give a whole lot of thought into rash decisions. And making breakfast and dinner was not enough for me to take this man back. Like I said before, so many countless times, he did not earn her coming back. She didn't put this into enough thought. You read the Bible, yeah. You tried to get your spirit back, getting on a right plane, but God didn't say, forgive that man right away. Forgiveness is good, but you didn't have to take him back right away. You didn't have to bring him back into your home until you got strong with your peace and really ask some questions to him, have some conversations, but not let him back in your home. You could have talked, tried to air things out, tried to get the answers you really needed, and ask some concrete, serious questions about how this whole dynamic of your marriage now changed before you let him back in the home. Now, Shayla's bossing up right with you. Wayne, that joker got the nerve to be paying her $15K when he's not even paying Amber anything. I guess he waiting for her to make the money on the back end, but he not giving her a monthly stipend. Like, I think that's real messed up. Like he doing Shayla. I want Amber to find that part out. Because to me, that is insane. Okay. That's just wrong. And Wayne on so many levels, but then he want to throw that I love you, I love you. I can't even words, can't even say and all this mess. No, no, no. You full of BS and Jesus ain't popping in the way you've been moving, Wayne. Sorry. Some things gotta be more important than money. And what he did to your brother, that's even a stab in the back of Arby, if you ask me too. It's just messed up. Put in the comments what y'all think about that. That's just messed up. So I know none of those don't have to do with this particular skit, but I'm trying to wrap everything because that we didn't get a chance to talk about, we can talk about here. But that's really messed up. So now he called himself checking Wayne on it. Wayne said what I just knew Wayne would say. It's about my money. And we the example to the others, on not being emotional. But businessmen who make a lot, who are in a certain percentage in this country that are at the top and very wealthy, you can't think with emotion. That's how they run their business successfully. Leave emotion out, because you have to rise above that, and rise above thinking, emotion into the thinking of God. And really, that means put on that righteous thinking cap, and stay level minded, in what you're doing. And yeah, that's very, very, very important. So, yeah. And so he's right on that point. But how you moving and how you I don't know if he called himself in Wayne's own way through this working relationship to have them make amends. But no, that's not. This is something that Shayla doesn't even deserve, this opportunity. She doesn't deserve this from what she did to this woman, now forced to work with her regardless. I don't like the fact that Shayla keeps winning despite her nonsense. Now, are we going to see an evolution that may be the catalyst or turning point in this whole storyline? I think that's what Wayne's trying to do, on her road to redemption, but I'm not ready for it in this way. And if she gets payback, it may be payback on the back end. Like later on when we're not thinking about it. Shayla may reap what she sows. So much so where when her karma really comes outside of catching Anthony at Amber's house wasn't enough payback. I think for her to truly know the pain of what she did to Amber and really be on a road to redemption, and be really truly ready to apologize and atone, she's going to have to be nearly in the same shoes as Amber, and face that level of pain and betrayal to really be able to apologize with her. She's in a headspace now where she feel like she's the victim, but she's not trying to make amends with Amber in any way, shape, or form. So I like to see how this music business thing works with them too. Um, and it's not gonna be so good in the beginning. I like to see how this plays out. But Amber really, she made a bad move in bringing Anthony back into her life. Now you got to deal with Shayla in the business, and you still got to come home and deal with Anthony. And now she's in a relationship with Chad. He really wants her. But it's funny how Sonny, I can't get with her. She's the enemy at this point. She's so much good friends with her, but you ain't that much of a good friend because funny, you got a little secret, Sonny, that you ain't share with your good friend with what's in the oven and by who. So let's see how Shayla feels about you after that. That discovery needs to be made. And old Chad may be the one to tell her. I think it's going to come from him. Since him and Mike now, become friends and gotten, introduced to one another. So there's a lot that has went on since then. And now Sonny tried to play the old switcheroo like she had an emergency just so her and Chad can have a dinner alone without Sonny. So she called herself looking out for Cuz. This is one big mess, and there's so many dynamics into this. Anthony's really gonna be jealous. Think he's gonna do a whole lot of funny business because she's with somebody else and not giving him the attention that he misses. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. We saw how he kept his eyes on them at the birthday party, right? Kai's party, watching them, wasn't even paying attention to what Amber was saying, cause he's jealous. That's why he zipped out of there real quick, ain't say bye, say nothing, cause he was really jealous. I didn't want to disturb you with the shades and walk away, like like he had that down. Anthony is so phony. He's so full of crap. But old Chad, I like him, but he don't know who he dealing with. I don't know. Let's see now. Dalen he's gonna tell his boy what happened. Let's get.
Did you try them?
I don't really like grits.
You don't like grits?
Nah. Nah.
Do you cook?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody says that though.
How about you?
Mm-mm.
And everybody else don't say
I'm happy
that.
you was
No,
honest
it's
with
the
that,
truth
Shayla.
though. I'm trying. I'm
Mhm.
learning.
Yeah, you
You
are.
get it. You're gonna get it. At some point, your child will be able to have one of those immaculate, untray soul food plates.
Man,
You know what I mean?
I really
Because what you cannot do, Shayla, is have a child and not learn how to cook. Now you want to start this relationship up with Chad. Women have to do a little bit more than just try to look pretty for their man and always, having him spend money eating out, because you can't have somebody else's kitchen controlling you, because if they feeding you, they can also kill you straight up. Um, Learning to cook is not being a maid, not being domesticated, not living in the 50s. You think you back in the time of Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley. No, it's not about that. It's about, I really feel that women need to be able to take care of their homes, um, take care of their significant other in a healthy manner, especially your husbands when you're married. Have a good husband, but you got to feed them more mentally and spiritually, as well as sexually and physically. So these are things that I don't know if Angelina has taught you, Shayla, but it's something that I know Amber has been taught because she's living that way. And she's mentioned it several times. But Shayla has to be relearned. So I don't know if Angelina going to tell her, but she's going to have to get wisdom from somebody else other than her mom to help her how to truly use discernment and just relearn some things on how to properly deal with a man, how to take care of your home, how to properly take care of your child, because you need to learn how to cook. You need to learn about nutrition, because you're not going to be feeding your baby from Uber Eats or DoorDash. You can't be feeding him out. I don't see you ever nursing Kai, so you give him a bottle. Um, so you got to feed him healthy food, and you need to cook this food. Do the baby food by scratch, but yeah. So she has a lot to learn. So hopefully she'll keep
hope
learning.
so.
You will.
What about you? What else do you do?
Well, I'm part owner of a part in planning business.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why you see me in the Woody outfit, because the dude didn't show up. He didn't show up for work, so I had to
Really?
yeah, real
I
quick.
thought that was your job.
Oh nah.
Really? So what else do you do?
Well, I have an HVAC company,
See,
and I also do credit repair on the side as well.
that's
Nice.
interesting.
Why were you so good at playing Woody though? I was convinced.
I mean, Toy Story. You ever seen Toy Story?
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah, so it's easy.
Wait, you got something right here.
And it's good because I don't know if Shayla ever started a relationship like this. Very natural, very easygoing. Really trying to get to know somebody on a very authentic manner. Look at Dalen.
What's going on, Shayla?
Hey, Dalen.
Yeah, how you doing?
Now, I don't like how Dalen walked up on her, because I could see you doing that to Amber. See, this is what I don't like about people giving Shayla the whole wife approach and treating Amber as if she was the mistress, because and everything, Dalen, to sit up here and walk up on her with this look like, what are you doing with this man, when you know that your friend went back to his wife. He's not dealing with Shayla like that no more. You acting as if Shayla is betraying Anthony the way you walking up on her all slick like that, letting her know you see her. It's really like you would walk in on Amber like, Amber, what you doing with this man? And that's not the case. I don't even like his whole approach, but this is how much Dalen has changed. Like I said, and turned in, well, who knows? I don't know if he turned in or always been this way. Sometimes we think that people have changed, but this was always them. It just takes a certain circumstance to let you see their true colors. But I don't like that.
I'm good.
Yeah. What's going on, my man?
What's up, my guy?
You do from that was working at the birthday party. What y'all planning another event or something, Shayla?
Nah.
Nah, I like Chad. He
We're
intimidated at
just
all.
having dinner. Good to see you, though.
Yeah, it's always
Nice.
good. Thank you. It's always good seeing you. I didn't know that you came here.
This is my first time actually being here, so I don't come here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt anything. I just thought that was you sitting over here. I thought I'd come over and speak.
Oh, well, thank you, Dalen. I am here at dinner, so
Yeah,
it's good to see you.
always. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Take it easy, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
She handles that very calm, very classy, not like as a shock, like you caught me doing something, like she looked scared. He was gonna go back to say something to Anthony. No, she handled that real smooth. Um, I like that approach because Dalen, you being a snake ain't none of Anthony business. You could have kept it moving.
Good seeing you, Shayla.
You too, Dalen.
What? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. He's
I'm
nice.
sorry about that, honestly.
Sorry about what? You don't need to be sorry about nothing. You good.
That's my baby daddy's best friend.
I kind of figured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so. But listen, don't worry about him. This dinner that you planned for us was absolutely beautiful,
I'm
even
glad
though it
you
was a mistake, a coincidence.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
this has been lovely, and I don't want to change the mood of the night.
So can we just take a shot because you're artist? I know you're artist. Just got signed.
I don't
whatnot,
need it.
so-
I don't need a shot.
Come on. Celebratory shot.
No alcohol. I like that, Shayla. And I don't want this to just to be. We know there's things we just don't like about Shayla. I just don't want this to always be when you jump over here. It's just going to be an approach of, when you visit my channel, just to be a bashing session about those who we don't like in the storyline, because it's still something to learn from that. Even though we don't like the character, but what can we pull out good? Because sometimes, and that's just like in real life, we want to sometimes settle on the best part because we want people to settle on that best part of us despite our transgressions. Like, what good are we doing despite the wrong or the evil we may have done? There's still something good there. So I'm gonna hit on those notes. Number one, it was good you going out with this man for the first time. You really don't know him. Don't do the alcohol thing. You don't need to drink to celebrate. How he handled that, confident, didn't show any intimidation towards Dalen, no insecurity at all. That showed a level of strength to Shayla. He was like, all that matters is you okay? Like, that situation didn't make you comfortable. I'm glad she was honest as to who Dalen was. And yeah, just dealing with that whole situation as far as just Dalen's approach. I think she handled it very well. I think Chad handled it very well. And I think this is a breath of fresh air from her. May never have been with a man who necessarily treated her like this. A level of class, level of respect, a level of strength. She could see the difference now. Like, Anthony really was no prize to be betraying my friend over. I want her to see that, in the midst of what you wanted, what you sacrificed your friendship for, who was the man really that you sacrificed? And I think she's starting to see that. The kind of man that Anthony is, who just throws money around, and uses that as a vice of control. As a man, she's going to see the contrast. Like we spoke about before, how Anthony sees the contrast from Amber to Shayla. Okay. And why he needed to go back to his wife and what was better for him. But that Anthony's character still hasn't changed. Let us look at the contrast now Shayla can see between Anthony, who's really ain't no prize, because character is everything, to Chad. Now she's going to do a comparison. And I think that maybe eventually, this is just a thought, that being with this man will really, when she does compare, she sees that it wasn't worth the betrayal of her friend even though she has. That's why they had to, because that may never, that will probably never ever repair itself again. But if she wants to continue having Sonny or Tamara, now we see that once she finds out about Mike, I don't know how that friendship is going to be, and I don't know how it's going to last. Sonny has other friends. Sonny has a sister. Shayla has a sister, but Sonny also has Jocelyn. She don't really need Shayla as a friend. So I think them throwing Tamara in there gave another gave her something else to hold on to if this relationship with Sonny don't work. But and also I think this situation is going to bring her and Zachary closer, because now she's going to understand why Zachary didn't like Anthony or didn't think that was good for her. So she has to understand to get over Anthony and that situation. Chad is now that mirror, that contrast to Anthony's character. And I think that will really lead her on the road to making amends with Amber and making peace with Amber, even they never friends again. She can see how bad that was for her if she continues to grow, and how she really had the wrong insight and view on what a man was and how healthy relationship should be. So, put in the comments what you think. I know some of us just may not be feeling what I'm saying, because we still can't stand Shayla. We can't forget what she did, which was horrible. But if you can just give me a moment and just think a little bit on what I said with her and pull all that away, because yeah, we still have to see what else we can learn from these kids outside of hating Shayla. And Anthony, yeah, he got a lot to do yet. A lot to do yet. Okay. So sorry this was a much longer video, but I really recapped some other things that from other videos that I didn't get to review. So that points I wanted to hit on. So there's a few things in here we can probably discuss. Okay, so let's see what else we can talk about. Peace.